The last laugh is the best laugh. Motherfuckers that laughed at me, yeah, asking me for favors now. Want it done right, do it yourself, nigga. Where I'm from, you only famous when you die, nigga. The last laugh is the best laugh. Motherfuckers that laughed at me, yeah, asking me for favors now. Want it done right, do it yourself, nigga. Where I'm from, you only famous when you die, nigga. Help when I was broke, only hustle help me bounce back.
What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Alright, look, man, I'm not even finna get into the whole get down. Y'all know what it is. It's Young Madi in the building. It's part 2 of the situation. The last time we was on it, we was on babies coming out the dryer because she was protecting them from the beams coming from the feds at the door. Now we back at it. She was just telling me a story off camera. I want to get into that story because I think y'all gonna enjoy it. Make sure if you enjoy the story, man, you share the videos, man. You share the videos, you leave comments, you say what you want to see next. If you want content, you got to tell me what you want, man. So let's get back into the story about you were telling me off camera.
Okay, so the nigga that I had, that I was fucking with, that the feds was looking for, that kicked in my door, did the shit that I had to put my kids in the drive for. So when that nigga went to jail, the nigga he sent his partner to come stay with me. Mind you, I'm his bitch. So the nigga had the nigga stay over there. I woke up, and the nigga was giving me head, so I started fucking with blood. But the only thing is that I'm fresh 18, so you feel me, like a good head is a good head, so that'll get your mind fucked up. So I started fucking with blood, but mind you, I'm still loyal to the nigga that I did this shit for. So I go to the jail, I tell the nigga like, hey look, I said, the nigga that you sent to my house, like, you talking about you care about the nigga so much, that's your brother. I said, I woke up and the nigga was giving me head. He said, what you mean? He said, so what's going on after that? I said, blood, I said, I'm still getting head from the nigga. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be loyal. You still got packages. You still got phone calls. And there's no disloyalty after that. But at the end of the day, I knew that was out of pocket as fuck. But I was young. I was young, dumb, and stupid. So at the end of the day, I felt like because I was giving the niggas loyalty, still taking care of the nigga, and telling the nigga off top like this is supposed to be your partner, but this nigga that you calling your brother really wants your bitch. So at the end of the day, I felt like that was more than what the fuck I was doing. But I knew it was wrong. Because it started hella conflicts with the niggas too, because they started funking over me.
Like real funking?
Like real funking, like not talking like real, yeah, gunplay, no puppetry. So let's talk about it. Then I ended up leaving blood, because the nigga, I found out that the nigga that I had was taking care of that was still fucking with his back mom. So I ended up leaving blood and start fucking with the nigga that was giving me head every day, 3 times a day. Let's talk about it, but I ain't gonna do all that.
Pause. Let's make sure we get this clear. Free app, man. We need you home, bruh. Lay you to death, cousin. All right.
So, you heard what I said, right? All right. So, then, I'm in a relationship with this nigga. This nigga is married. He's fucking with his wife or whatever the case may be. So, we up in the same apartment. Like a year, like 6 months later. I'm with this nigga partner. This nigga with us. It's me, him, the nigga. And we all in this thing or whatever. Somehow the police end up coming up in there. This nigga go down for a banger. Boom, whatever. They end up taking me for the case that the after the fact shit. They told me that I had an active warrant when they was taking this nigga for that gun case. I'm like, what you mean? They was like, yeah. They was like, wasn't you with blood? Because this is why you going to jail. And I said, blood. I said, I don't even want to talk about it. Just put me in the fucking car. They ended up putting me in the car with blood. Mind you, I'm with this nigga partner upstairs. They put us both in the car. This nigga wife driving past while we both in the police car, but me and him kissing in the back seat.
Wait, hold on. Time out, flag on the play. Who's kissing in the back seat?
Me and Blood.
Who is Blood? The first nigga or the second nigga?
The first nigga.
The head nigga or the nigga that was locked up?
The nigga that I threw my kids in the drive for.
Okay. And what happened to bruh that was the wake you up with sexual sensation?
He was upstairs. He didn't come downstairs. The police didn't let him come downstairs. If he did, I felt like, and this is where it's fucked up at, because I was young, dumb, and stupid. But at the end of the day, I don't take nothing back, because that was just me. So all I did was learn from it.
Right.
Now that I got older, like, every nigga don't deserve fucking loyalty. You can't do time for everybody. So at the end of the day, it was just my mentality, like, whatever, I'm going down, I'm about to go do these days, I'm about to miss my kids for this same nigga. But I always loved him, and I always knew he was always loyal to me at the same time. So we had like a kind of locked-in type of bond that it was like never to be broken. Like, it was just like, oh, everybody already knew what's up. It was like, okay, Madi and blood, Ain't nobody can break that. And they already knew that. They was just like, they just ain't together right now because blood ain't doing nothing. But how he ended up getting with his wife, let's go back a little bit.
Right.
How he ended up start fucking back with his wife and his baby mom is because he had a fresh baby and the baby mom was being hella faggotish. And I said, listen, you got a fresh baby, I got kids. I'm not even really worried about that. I said, I don't have time to be dealing with no bitch that's going to keep coming around. So at the end of the day, I told him to just go over there, try to fix your family with this girl, and if it don't work, come back to me. So he ended up fucking with the baby mom and then the wife. Mind you, the wife and him wasn't even supposed to be together. I knew when I was in the police car that he stopped fucking back with the wife. That's how I found out. So the wife passed by, but she already knew who I was because she already in her mind, she was like, bitch, you really love that girl. So, and on my mind, I already knew he loved me. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. Ain't no bitch knocking me down. But it was no bitch checking me either when it came down to that nigga. Like, there was no bitch checking me. He didn't give a fuck what it had to do. It didn't matter. It was like he was my safety jacket at the end of the day. Like, you know how you be fucking with niggas and it's a nigga that you already know, like, damn, I'm gonna have to fight these bitches. But no, if I was getting down, that nigga was getting down too. He was knocking bitches down too. Like,
right.
It was
Absolutely.
Period, so.
Okay, so you said something.
So,
And I want to capitalize on that. So you said you can't just do time for any nigga. So, as I told you guys in part one, it's my cousin, man. People in our family say we more alike than any of our family members. She's like the female version of me, obviously. You guys can tell already who know me.
I'm the black
We
sheep.
both the black sheeps of our family. And funny thing is, I call my sister my twin, but y'all see us. I was just thinking that while she was talking, but you caught a case. Go back as far as you want to go for the case you know I'm talking about, and tell us about that situation.
Are you talking about that I did the 10 years for? Okay, so let's talk about this. So the niggas that I threw my babies in the dryer for, 10 years later, we ended up catching a case that they almost gave me 10 years. The feds didn't know if they wanted to pick it up or it was going to be a regular ass case. But at that point, I didn't even give a fuck. Mind you, I'm 7 months pregnant. 7 months pregnant, they telling me, hey, look, we was in Utah, they tell me, hey, look, all you got to do is say this nigga made you do it. Mind you, when I got caught, we had 15,000 on us. And then we had 14,000 inside the fucking speaker. But they didn't know that. But when I got caught, blood was outside. So he had called me like, hey, I think it's some weird shit going on, so I was pushing outside. And when I came out there, did whatever, they was like, hey, you're wanted for 32 felonies. I said, what you mean 32 felonies? They said, yeah. They said, we know the shit worldwide and what you're doing, that white paper crime. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I still just denied the shit. So when they was like, okay, we get permission to, go into the rental, I said, no. I told them no. They was like, oh, we're going to have to wake the judge up. Go wake the judge up then. Because I'm not giving you permission because I already knew what was in there. I knew it was going to make me get in more time, and I knew that they was going to take my money. Like, we already know how the police get now. I'm sorry. That's just in my mind. Like, I already know the police is about taking down the 14,000 and go give it to the people like, oh, yeah, this is what we found in there. They're not doing none of that.
Right. So then you end up going to the county for that case.
Yep, I ended up going to the county, but the county was kind of like, it's different in Utah. Like, they got a mixture. Like, they just throw everybody in there and murder. They don't give a fuck. Like, bitch, you in here, you in here. So when I was in there, it had a fed side and a side. So I was on the fed side. So they was just like, oh, yeah, you about to be in here forever. They was like, yeah, you might as well just say that your baby about to be an assistant. Me, in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I don't hear what y'all talking about. Y'all can't scare me with y'all tactics. Because I already been through hella shit in my life that I know that the police is going to do faggot shit. They're going to try to make you feel like your nigga cheating on you, doing hella weird ass shit. But in my mind, I was like, oh, nobody could tell me nothing about this nigga. And that's just how it was, period. Because that's how they came at me. Like, oh, so you about to go down for 10 years and you could just slap it on him and this nigga about to go down for on his third strike. I'm like, but I knew what the fuck I signed up for. Like, I knew what the fuck I was doing pregnant and all. This is what you signed up for. It's no excuses on because I'm pregnant, I can't say that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And you can't do none of that. Bitch, you knew what the fuck you was doing. I knew what the fuck I was doing. I was getting money for my kid. I knew it was a price. I never thought I was going to get caught when I was pregnant, but I did. So I'm not gonna make no excuse to say, oh, okay, because I'm pregnant, it's okay for me to tell on this nigga. I'm not doing none of that, because at the end of the day, it was our money. It wasn't just my money, or it wasn't just his money. It was our money as a family and a unit. So we're gonna go down as a unit. And that's just how I thought about it.
So, you guys both ended up going to prison?
Nah.
Numbers used for everything. The amount in your bank account, page count of a book, or minutes to cook. Quickly approaching red line of a deadline. Phone numbers, birth dates, and a few special times. Street addresses, percentages and wages. 123, that's the percentage of a racist. They say I'm tripping, like I'm stepping on my laces. I'm just out of fucks to give, I'm at 0 for the favors. Love my auntie Evelyn and my mama for the million prayers. Shit brazy when your dreams turn to nightmares. Steady grinding, trying to bubble like light beers. Stay buzz cause I feel like really been down for light years.